There, my name is Suze, and I work with women to help them find balance between their internal masculine and feminine energies so that they can have emotional fulfillment in their lives and feel really full of love and connection. So, today I want to do something a little bit different. I personally love to pull oracle cards. I started collecting oracle decks a few years ago now, and every now and then I dip into it. And I feel like since I started my speaking on my YouTube channel, I kind of want to bring that whole thing back of using oracle cards. I really feel that they're really helpful for guidance, for validation, for affirmation. So many times when we're learning to work with our intuition and that little voice inside of us, we kind of question ourselves. And so anything that can help us be supported in trusting that little inner voice or the inner nudges, I feel is so worth it. So I've already gone ahead and pulled from two of my decks that I have. One of them is the Rose Oracle deck. Has this beautiful rose background. It's one of my more recent decks, and I love it because my whole theme in my business has a lot to do with roses and the whole feminine energy, divine feminine, the rose, all of that. Sorry about that. This video, my cat just jumped up and hit my laptop. Sorry. And then the second deck that I already pulled from is my Angel Oracle deck. This was actually the first deck that I ever got. And so it kind of makes me feel a little bit like reminiscent whenever I pull this one out. And I kind of have been going back to this one lately and I've been loving it. So I want to start with the Rose Oracle deck first. And the card that I pulled is the Return. I absolutely love this because this is so exactly where so many divine feminines are in their journey right now. And it says, a new story, you decide, alignment, it's all coming together. So if you like watching tarot readings or listening to oracle card readings, you probably follow astrology too, because they kind of go hand in hand. So if you know in this moment in time what's happening astrologically out there, you'll know that this is very much the truth. So many of us who are in this divine feminine embodiment, this has been years and years of working through layers of our healing and allowing ourselves to let go of the toxic masculine structure that we were forcing ourselves to live and overwork and overdo and overthink and overanalyze. And we've allowed the feminine to come forward. And then there's been a shift this year in recognizing that we had to go back and we had to heal some masculine aspects within ourselves because we need both within ourselves to be the divine feminines that we want to be. And having that emotional fulfillment, that 10 of Cups type energy, requires that really great balance of your masculine and feminine, which is alignment. That is alignment with your truth and with your authenticity. And that's the key word on here with alignment. So trust that it is all coming together, as this card says. Your alignment is being seen. And don't lose hope. Don't lose faith in the process. It has been a long, hard journey, but it is all coming together. There's so much happening right now astrologically that is really, really magical. I've been telling people that I work with that between now and May 20th, be very careful what you're speaking. Be very careful what you're thinking because we're in this transitionary space of really going to be entering into a whole new reality, a whole new life. These new beginnings are starting to spring up. This fresh life is starting to pop out of the ground. And so it's very, very potent energy right now for manifestation. So if you want to continue manifesting all the good things and the 10 of Cups, the 10 of Pentacles type energy, if you want to keep moving forward and creating a life that feels really, really good and fulfilling and successful on whatever realm that you're looking for, we must be extra careful now. Don't look at the back behind you. Don't bring that into the present moment. Take what you've learned and move forward. Forgiveness is a huge key here. In order for it all to come together, we have to really forgive. Forgiveness to ourselves for not knowing better and for maybe doing things or saying things or responding in ways that we were not in our higher selves, but we were doing the best we could at the time, and forgiving other people. I think a lot of us might be seeing in this period of time people from our past reappearing in our lives. And it may cause some confusion because maybe you did suffer a lot of hurt with someone in particular. Maybe you have a lot of wounds that someone heaped upon you in a dynamic. But now is an opportunity to forgive. And without forgiveness, we're going to just keep locking ourselves in a jail, basically, and not be able to move forward into the life that we do want because we're going to keep harboring and being in the past. Forgiveness is all about moving forward. So key concepts here. It is all coming together. Trust and know. The return home. It's almost like the coming home, which I love that theme because that kind of energy I've been feeling for weeks. Coming home to your true self. The second card that I pulled from my Angel Oracle deck is Acceptance. I love these cards with the angels and the cherubs. And there's like one angel here. She has these wings that like literally look like butterfly wings. They have this like teal green color. They're golden edges with teal and purple and like indigo in them. They're like so beautiful, like literally like a butterfly. I don't know if you guys can see that with the glare here. This right here, it like seriously looks like a butterfly. I love that because again, if you know it's all coming together, if you know you're coming into alignment, balancing the masculine and the feminine in a beautiful, beautiful way, it is like the caterpillar that went into the cocoon and is coming out as the butterfly. So it's again validating that message of like it is coming together. The transformation is here. We are bursting forth into the butterfly new self. The beautiful full expression of who we truly are is coming out now. I love that. I love that it's a starry night. It's a nighttime scene. So we're still in the night. The daybreak hasn't fully come yet. We're still in the starry night where you can't see things entirely clearly. You can't see too far ahead of you. You see the stars, you see the promises, you see the stars aligning for you, but you're still not at the daylight yet. The sun hasn't burst forth yet. I love all the intuitive messages on here. And then the message in the words is acceptance, which again goes back to the idea of the forgiveness. I'm going to read what it says here and then I'll say more on it. But the quote says, "See yourself and others through the eyes of the angels with unconditional love and acceptance. In this way, you inspire and lift everyone to their higher potential." I love that, first of all, because it has unconditional love. One of my tattoos is unconditional love. It's actually this first one right here. That is the unconditional love. So clearly that's a word that, or two words, a phrase that resonates with me. But even deeper than that, the acceptance here is really radical self-responsibility. And this is something I've been really just starting to come out with and talk about on social media in particular. And I haven't really gotten into it a lot here on YouTube, but I will be, about self-responsibility and how self-responsibility is like the key to the kingdom. It's the keys to everything. And I feel really authorized to talk about this because, again, if you know anything about astrology, I'm an Aquarius, okay? And if you know anything about astrology, you know that the planet Saturn was sitting in my sign of Aquarius for 2.5 years and finally moved out in March. So until March, previous 2.5 years, Saturn was in my sign of Aquarius. And if you know anything about Saturn, you know it's a planet that you can't mess with. It is a planet that seriously will wreak havoc in your life. It is the planet of karma, and it is the father authoritative energy of the planets. And so basically when Saturn comes into your sign, it will feel like absolutely nothing can go right. And everything that you're trying to do will blow up in your face. And nothing will make sense. Like literally, you'll keep pivoting and trying to come at something from this way, or come at it from this way, or come at it from this way, and nothing will seem to work. And the past 2.5 years of my life have been in that space. But here's the thing. That all sounds really bad and crappy, yes. But at the end of the day, the lesson you learn from Saturn is radical self-responsibility. No one's going to save me but myself. No one's going to come in riding on a white horse to save me except for myself. And when you start stepping into that space of radical responsibility, how you perceive everyone else around you will radically change, because then you can no longer blame anyone else. You have to accept what is. You have to accept your responsibility and decide to change your own situation, regardless of what anyone else is or is not doing. I don't want to get any further into that because that's a whole nother video in itself, and I love talking about that. So I'm going to save that for later and just say acceptance for the day. So that's all I wanted to share with you guys today. Just something a little bit different, sharing my love of Oracle cards with you. I love the pictures on them, and they're two radically different cards. Like one is like so pretty and pastel and girly, and the other one is like these vivid dark colors and the angels. And so I love that. I hope that helped you guys. If someone needed to hear that message, that was for you. If it doesn't resonate with you, it's not your message for today, and we can try another day. So have a great day. Thank you for stopping by, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.